The big day dawns at last. Father Joe Gough has seen it all before. But for these young under-15s from Blackrock College, they're all out there on the pitch. It's a momentous occasion. Michael Price, Padraig McKeever, Shane Kelly, John Phelan and Darragh Kavanagh, the three-quarters, Neil O'Donovan and Ciaran Skelly, the captain at scrum half. The front row, Trevoe O'Rourke, Peter Glynn, Seamus McCloskey, Seamus Sweeney and Robert Casey in the second row, Ruairi Gough, Cormac Condon and Andrew Brown at the back row, and the subs, Bobby Brown, Brian O'Driscoll, David Halpin, Nial Byrne, Geoff McEvoy, Neil Coughlin and Ross Duffy. Blackrock were already out on the walkabout pitch before Belvedere arrived. Donal Martin, their full-back, Conor Powell, Fearghal Swords, Gareth Hughes and Paul O'Reilly, the three-quarters, Shane Moore and Kevin O'Malley, the halves, Brian Connolly, Colm Roche, Jarladth Travers, Paddy Ball, Fergal Meegan, Fearghal Martin, Kieran Leyden, the captain, and John Logan. Their subs, Robert Magee, Paul Coolen, Andrew Dunne, David Murray, Tony Harris, Richard Moyles and Colin Travers, and a couple of supporters getting themselves ready. The Blackrock squad were out early to have a quick warm-up, trying to get the nerves steady and get rid of the butterflies. And Philip Conway from Belvedere. Well, what else? The supporters getting themselves ready for the big day. Took some time to get that man ready. Meanwhile, the cheerleaders from the south side just stretch the vocal cords a bit. Well, everything's nearly ready now. Belvedere beat Kilkenny in the first round, St Andrews in the second round, Terranure in the quarter-final, and then they beat St Michael's 5-3 in the semi-final to see them through here to the final. Blackrock beat Clongowes, Newbridge and Castleknock 12-5 in the semi-final, so everything's set for a mighty clash, and we're looking forward to a great game. And here come Blackrock. Slow, steady progress onto the field, led by Ciaran Skelly, the only member of the team who played in last year's winning cup. And number 15, the last to go out, Michael Price. Straight away into a huddle on the 22 to try and get rid of some of those pre-match nerves. And now it's Belvedere's turn. Kieran Leyden leads them out. Number 10, Shane Moore. Number 8, John Logan. And out they come. And Belvedere let off a stream of black and white balloons to salute their team coming onto the field for this momentous occasion. Referee today is Murray White. It's a big occasion for him. All the preliminaries nearly out of the way. He asks Belvedere if they're ready, blows his whistle, and the 1994 Junior Cup final is underway. Well, that just gives you an idea of the strength of the breeze. Neil O'Donovan's kick-off, to put it mildly, not getting 10. Straight away, first scrum of the match, Kevin O'Malley to put in for Belvedere. Well, there's no gain line advantage there for Belvedere. O'Malley again. It's an interesting ball for the Blackrock fullback, Michael Price. And he'd be delighted to get a first feel of the ball so soon and to get a clearance kick in. Well, this is the first line out of the match. Belvedere to throw on the Blackrock 22. Colm Roche. Floating one towards the centre for the big men. There's some tall boys in there, both sides. O'Donovan getting the attention of Shane Moore. Still managing to clear the danger area. And that's not a bad relieving kick indeed into the breeze. Once again, Belvedere's throw. Two number 7s at the back, Cormac Condon for Blackrock, and the Belvedere captain, Ciaran Leyden.
Ball going forward, first scrum to Blackrock. Early put in, obviously, to Belvedere, and the ball didn't travel 10 from the kick-off. This is the first time that the Blackrock captain, Ciaran Scally, will have a chance to put into his own front row. And it goes. Andrew Brown has it. It's a useful kick. Powell is onto it, and Martin. Play on. Out to Moore. Interesting ball. It's an awkward one for the Blackrock fullback, and a very clever kick indeed by Belvedere, bringing play up inside their opponent's 22. That's a good attacking kick indeed by Belvedere, and you can see the touch judge's flag there indicating just how stiff the breeze is on the far side of the field. Once again, Roche to throw. That's the Blackrock 22. Number 5 there for Blackrock. Big fella, Robert Casey, at 6'5", the tallest member of either side. Rock ball. Scally can see it. It's obviously not clean yet. O'Donovan. Up comes John Logan. Does enough to put off the Blackrock out half, and now it's Moore, O'Donovan's opposite number. O'Donovan then in to make the tackle as well. It's there for Blackrock. Scally fumbled with it, and out to Phelan, all the way across the line. Across comes Donal Martin, fullback's ball. It's awkward, tricky here. Belvedere in trouble. Blackrock have the advantage going forward. Number 8, Andrew Brown. And it must be a Blackrock ball. Well, that was very useful play indeed by the Blackrock centres, Shane Kelly and John Phelan. And a good attacking scrum this now for Blackrock on their opponent's 22. Number 8, Andrew Brown. Scally puts in. There it is. There's nobody with him. He has to go himself, and he can't make that. Donal Martin will be very pleased to see that cross the dead ball line. Now, Moore with the ball. Number 1 for Belvedere is Brian Connolly. And the other member of the front row is Jarladth Travers, whose brother is among the substitutes. We've already seen Colm Roche, the hooker. Moore restarts. Lovely take by Rock, but it's not clean yet. It's difficult as Casey has to go down on it. Up to O'Donovan. Up comes Martin. Swords and himself managed to lose it between them, and it's a good angled kick. It's a lovely kick as across goes O'Reilly to shepherd the ball into touch, and he in turn is watched by Padraig McKeever. So Blackrock moved closer to the Belvedere line. Number 1 for Blackrock standing in the scrum half position is Trevoe O'Rourke. And Scally, unusually at scrum half, is standing in the 5-metre space. Normally that's occupied by the hooker these days. But it's the Blackrock defence in action here, and Scally has. Number 5 is Casey. Number 2 is Peter Glynn, the hooker. Number 1, Trevoe O'Rourke, good drive. 3 standing off, Seamus McCloskey. O'Donovan, Phelan, into Price on the burst. Well sealed off by Belvedere. Blackrock though, 15 metres from the Belvedere line. Looks like a Belvedere ball. Comes from O'Malley, relieving kick. There's Darragh Kavanagh over there, seeking to outpace his opposite number, Conor Powell, and safely touched down by Donal Martin. Once again, a clever kick out by Belvedere brings play 50 yards. Very clever, very quick thinking indeed. And from their own 22, they're up to the Belvedere, the Blackrock 10-metre mark. 7 minutes of the match gone. It's been fairly even so far, and we've had no score. It's Glyn's throw, and Moore takes another cleverly angled kick, but this one just fractionally too far, and that's into touch and goal. 8 minutes of the match gone now, no score. Neil O'Donovan to drop out for Blackrock. Roche watching him. It's a good drop, but unfortunately it didn't hop on the field of play, and back they must come for a scrum to Belvedere, and that's given the Northsiders a considerable advantage here. Kevin O'Malley to put into the scrum. Good solid heel, picked up by Logan. O'Malley out to Martin. And well tackled. Darragh Kavanagh in possession for Blackrock. But the Belvedere drive is good, and out comes Kelly. Well, he did well to almost get his way out of that. And it'll be a Blackrock scrum for the knock forward. Nine minutes of the match gone now. No score yet. Very even so far. Scally putting in. Brown has. Scally to Price. And the early match nerves haven't disappeared as yet. This is a huge day for all these fellows here. To throw now. Goes Brown, wrestles it back. That's well taken indeed by John Phelan. Play on. It's a bit scrappy, but it's anybody's ball. And out to Price. And Price really hustled off that by Fergal Meegan, but he was up too quickly and offside, and that is actually the first penalty of the match, and we've had 10 minutes of play. But it just shows how eager the Belvedere back row are. They've been up very fast to try and hustle and harry the Blackrock halves and full back into those defensive kicks. Blackrock would be very relieved to get that penalty. Scally to take. Good kick by the captain, bringing play to the 10-metre mark. Two number 7s for Blackrock, Cormac Condon and Ciaran Leyden for Belvedere. That one's taken by Casey, whose brother plays for the Blackrock Firsts. It could be full in. Oh no, it hopped well for him. And Conor Powell could only just watch it go into touch. So a good bit of ground gain there by Blackrock, bringing play inside their opponent's half. Number 5 for Belvedere is Fergal Meegan. Lives in Ashbourne. Blackrock's two big men in the centre there. 5 Casey, 4 Sweeney. Out to Moore. Moore with a little half break. It's a lovely move upfield. And that's all the way up to Swords. Swords chipping over. Great defensive work by Scally. Referee is giving the advantage, but it'll be a penalty, I think, to Belvedere when all this flurry finishes, and possibly because of a little bit of obstruction on Fearghal Swords as he went through. It was a lovely break up the middle of the field. Little half break by Shane Moore to begin, and then it was well taken on, and then Fearghal Swords carried it on even more, and then he was just slightly obstructed after he had chipped through. The referee waited to see what would come before giving the advantage of the penalty to Belvedere. And so here's the first penalty chance of the match. Donal Martin kicking from this side of the field, right-footed. Once again, great respect for the kicker, and that one's curled in just beautifully. Didn't look like it for a while, but the breeze took it, and in it went for the first score of the match. Donal Martin will be very pleased with that. Great to get a first kick in, and it's given Belvedere the lead. 13 minutes of the match gone. So off we go again. Neil O'Donovan catching. Ciaran Leyden knocking it on. Is there any advantage there for Blackrock? Hardly. Scrum to them. Number 6 for Blackrock, Ruairi Gough. You notice the way they're packing for their own scrum. Orthodox position. Gough is very much up, helping his tight head prop Seamus McCloskey here. Scally to put in, just outside Belvedere's 22. And it looks very much as what the referee is pointing there, as if he was the Belvedere front row, preventing the ball going in and almost attempting to lower the scrum as well. So it's an early chance of a reply from Blackrock. Now Darragh Kavanagh is taking a lot of time over preparation for this kick. It's an awkward position, this, for right-footed kickers. See, he's not too far from the 15-metre mark and just outside the 22. And it's awkward, really, because most people expect kickers to get this sort of penalty. He's facing a difficult cross-post breeze and the pressure of kicking in a final. This kick now to bring the sides level. Darragh Kavanagh, right-footed kick. It looks good. The Blackrock people like it, but it hopped under the posts, I'm afraid. The flags stay down, and Belvedere lead still by 3 points to 0 with 16 minutes of the first half gone. Well, Darragh Kavanagh did everything right there, but the breeze just held it up, and under the post it went. Off we go again. Belvedere have. Hughes leaves it for Moore. And it's there for Blackrock if they can get enough numbers in. And as the referee blows his whistle, he decides that Belvedere took it in and didn't make the most of it, so it's Blackrock's scrum. We're on the Belvedere 22. Both packs getting the early adrenaline out of their system at this stage. Good shove by Belvedere. Here's O'Donovan, little dummy, lovely move into Price on the middle, up to the 22. Great burst by the fullback. Picked up quickly by Phelan. Scally now, tackled by Hughes. And Belvedere rob. That's Fearghal Martin. And it looked very much as if that was Belvedere's advantage, but the referee saw Blackrock coming around and not binding from behind the back foot. And that'll be great relief for Belvedere. They'll be pleased to get that kick out of the way. Donal Martin clears almost to halfway. It was a good kick. Cormac Condon at the back for Blackrock, then Andrew Brown, then Ruairi Gough. Ruairi Gough right at the front for Blackrock. This is Moore from O'Malley. An awkward one for Price. There's not much the fullback can do about that except watch it into touch. Once again, Belvedere used the cross-field kick to great advantage. Their out half is getting loads of space and loads of ground. See, Belvedere have brought their tight head prop, Jarladth Travers, back to 3 from the tail of the line out. It's a good take. O'Malley, Moore, and Hughes got in his way. Relief for Belvedere. Away they come, that's Scally, it's a lovely pass. And this is Price, and he's got McKeever with him. Well done, Price, staying on his feet. Now must release it to his teammates. That's halfway. Belvedere have Blackrock. We're given the advantage there for a while, but it really is a Belvedere scrum. Kevin O'Malley, number 9, good cricketer too, comes from Rathgar, finding his out half again. This is Hughes up the middle, but O'Donovan eventually puts him down. Now Fearghal Swords. Fearghal Swords has got Powell outside him, but that pass looked to be forward. Oh, what a super tackle by Blackrock. Great tackle on Powell by Kavanagh. Once again, Moore with that probing kick. They have to play at Blackrock. And Shane Kelly does well to tidy it up. Now, Belvedere certainly exerting a lot of pressure on the Blackrock defence, and Darragh Kavanagh did well to take his man there. It was really dangerous. Great move, slicing up the middle. And then 2 players almost released, and Kavanagh did well to take Conor Powell. But this is where Belvedere are. They're 10 metres from the Blackrock line. O'Malley thinks he can see it, and indeed he can. Now this is Powell. Great tackle by John Phelan in the middle of the field there, and I think Powell will be penalised for not releasing after the tackle. Blackrock breathe a sigh of relief. Scally marshalling his forces, taking it rather quickly and bringing play outside the 22. Just 9 minutes to go to half-time. Still Belvedere 3, Blackrock 0. They've each had 1 shot at goal, and Martin was successful with his penalty from a very kickable position, whereas Darragh Kavanagh had a tricky breeze to contend with for his, and the ball, unluckily for him, dropped under the posts. Belvedere relieved to see it do so. Quick look around there from John Logan as he gets down now to bind in the scrum. Moore from O'Malley, out Hughes. Now this is Swords. Great stop. And Moore inside to O'Reilly. A yard stop. What a tremendous tackle by Blackrock. What a superb tackle by Cormac Condon. Well, if he does nothing else in this match except make a tackle like that, or even just make that tackle, he will have earned the undying loyalty and friendship of the entire school. What a superb tackle to keep Paul O'Reilly out. Well, Belvedere have once again, but the referee says it wasn't in straight. There it is for Moore once again. And this is Swords. Outside Price, inside Shane Kelly, and Kelly did well at the last gasp to keep him out. Great tackle. Once again, Belvedere held up by some heroic tackling by Blackrock, and here comes Scally. Well, there's half charge down. O'Reilly once again with the chance. Well, there's great activity going on in there. It's feverish stuff. Moore looking for the hole close to the scrum, back in for support from the pack and finding it. O'Malley, this is Swords. Swords is almost up to the line. Once again, Blackrock hold them up. Really desperation stuff here. Big pile right on the line. O'Malley thinks he can see it, and he can. Moore puts his head down, and still Blackrock keep them out. Oh, it's a terrific display by Belvedere, but a wonderful piece of tackling by Blackrock. And eventually the referee decides that Blackrock, in despair, gave away a penalty. Somebody must have been standing in an offside position there. Perhaps Murray White is indicating that there was a boot raised, but it is a penalty kick, and watch Belvedere take a quick one. Here we are, O'Malley out to Martin. Once again, Belvedere 5 metres short, and this time Belvedere don't stay on their feet as they go in, and of course that's the crucial situation here, that the men up after the tackled man have to stay on their feet. Well, Blackrock breathe again. And Michael Price given the ball to kick them out of danger. Left-footed kick, the breeze caught it and pulled it back into the 22. I think he probably would have expected to get more ground than that. So now Scally calls the call, and Peter Glynn prepares to throw. Roche standing in the 5-yard space for Belvedere. Two big Blackrock jumpers. Scally can see what Casey and Sweeney are doing in there. Back to O'Donovan. Quickly up on him, Kevin O'Malley does his best to put him off, and O'Donovan cleared his lines. So they're edging their way. Blackrock outside the 22. And Ciaran Leyden, Belvedere's captain, is calling the throw here. Colm Roche. See where it goes. Right back towards Leyden at the tail. And around comes John Logan up to the Blackrock 22. O'Malley, Moore, long pass out to Swords. Belvedere have again. Moore has got Hughes with him, and that's Logan. The ball was knocked forward, and Belvedere now really stretching Blackrock, and Blackrock will be delighted to see that scrum going their way. But they've been heroic in defence, and they've kept Belvedere out, and I wonder just for how long, because Belvedere certainly rampant just now as we come to within 3 minutes of half-time. Scally to put in once again. Number 6 for Belvedere is Fearghal Martin. Number 8, John Logan. Number 10, Shane Moore. Blackrock captain. Kieran Scally waits while the ball is freed from Brown's feet. Back to O'Donovan. Plenty of time. Nice and cool. Right-footed kick. There's Roche throwing for Ball and Meegan in the middle. O'Malley can see it there. Peter Glynn has to hurry to get back on side. Moore again. Little flip inside to Swords. Once again the Blackrock cover solid and sure. And out it comes. O'Donovan kicking an awkward down to O'Reilly. And that's a good ball, but it's straight in on the full. Didn't hop well for him. And Blackrock once again begin to clear their danger lines and come up towards halfway. Kieran Scally, Blackrock captain, calling the shots. Glynn throwing. Great take by Casey. On the skip one move, out to Price from Kelly. Held up in midfield. Leyden, the Belvedere captain, holding them up here. Calling them, and it'll be a Belvedere scrum. Tight formation there from the Blackrock three-quarters. Getting the moves organised. It's the first time we've really seen a good organised passing movement, and it'll give them confidence. Now this is O'Malley. Down to Price. It's an awkward one. That really hopped in front of him. There's not much he can do there. He doesn't have much angle to play with, but the ball is still in play. Now, this is Fergal Meegan. Made a lot of ground inside Blackrock's 22, and it's beautifully laid back for more. He's not afraid to put his head down and go, but although he knocked it on, it's a penalty to Belvedere. Blackrock were offside. Well, there are a fair few people over in the East Stand for this Junior Cup final, 1994. It's all very intense, and with 20 seconds of injury time played, the referee Murray White blows his whistle for half-time, which shows the scoreline: Blackrock 0, Belvedere 3. Well, the Belvedere team getting a bit of coaching here from their staff members, Pat Rogan and Tom Crow, and they're, I'm sure, very confident at the moment because they're 3 points to nil. Meanwhile, the entire Blackrock squad, substitutes, entire team, and I'm sure Alan McGinty is in there, and Father Joe Gough as well, will be urging them on, remembering that they have a proud tradition to live up to in this competition. Well, we're all set then for the start of the second half. Donal Martin, who got the only score of the match so far. Donal Martin gets us underway at the start of the second half of this Junior Cup final. It's in touch. Seven for Blackrock is Cormac Condon. In front of him, Andrew Brown, number 8. 6 is Ruairi Gough. And 2 is Peter Glynn. You see where he's standing, far back on his opponent's throw. 3 from the back. And then Seamus Sweeney in front of him, and in front of him Robert Casey. It's been very even in the lineouts. That looks as if it wasn't in straight. And it'll be a Blackrock scrum. First scrum of the second half. Scally to put in. There it is. Glynn heels. Down the tunnel it comes. And Scally trying to use the breeze, make it awkward for Martin, and so he does. Well, he has to play it, of course. That's clever, controlled, confident play by the Belvedere fullback. Minute and a half of the second half gone. Line out on halfway. Peter Glynn to throw for Blackrock. And it goes. Casey, lovely palm. That's O'Donovan. Now Kelly. Now Price. Opting to hold it rather than release his man who was covered. And it's there for Blackrock. Eventually Darragh Kavanagh keeps it in play, but one of them had to be a knock-on, and the referee gives the scrum to Belvedere. O'Malley putting in on his own 10-metre mark, around the narrow side. Did well there, he had to really work to hold his balance. Price. It's picked up by Leyden. That'll be advantage to Belvedere, which the referee will surely play. Great tackle, though, by Nial O'Donovan. Now, Hughes, he's got Swords outside him. Good burst, outside. Price will hardly get to him, and Swords comes around to score the first try of the match for Belvedere. Oh, that was a great move. Great move by Belvedere. A really superb passing movement. Once the ball had bobbled forward from the Blackrock full-back, and Ciaran Leyden had picked it up. The referee, properly playing advantage, let Belvedere get the ball. It was swung out all the way across the three-quarters, and eventually, when Hughes fed Swords, the centre really, with all the confidence in the world, outpaced the full-back, cruised to home, and that's the first try of the match. So Martin has the convert. There it goes. across the face of the posts. And the Belvedere now lead by 8 points to 0. So 4 minutes of the second half gone. Belvedere lead 8-0. O'Malley replying. This is McKeever. Rightly keeping it in play. Moore's under it. Price leaving it now for O'Donovan. It's a good probing kick. That's an awkward one for full-back Martin. He's playing with a lot of confidence, this man, today. And good clearance kick. Well, there's the try scorer, Fearghal Swords from Killiney. Just showed his sprinting powers there in that run-in for the try. He was second in the 100 metres, Leinster last year. Scally, O'Donovan, inside to Phelan, back to Price. Price trying to release Kavanagh, and now McKeever on the charge. He's got Kelly with him. Picked up by Cormac Condon. 5 metres from the Belvedere line. Scally tried to go on his own. Everybody's tackling here. It's a great drive by Blackrock. They must be over the line by now. Can they see the try? Yes, it's there. It's there. And Robert Casey's the man who got it. It must have been touch and go for the referee, but he was right on the spot. And there was just enough gap in there for him to see. And Blackrock are back in the match. Robert Casey, 6 feet 5 inches tall, and goodness knows how heavy. Did his entire family proud there. His older brother will be very proud of him, I can tell you, and the entire school too. And that has certainly put Blackrock well back into this match. And we turn our attention to this most important kick. Darragh Kavanagh, it's the correct side of the field for him. Kavanagh has been unsuccessful with the ball which dropped onto the bar in the first time. That one looks good. Oh yes, no problems at all. Lovely kick, just has a quick look around to make sure. Darragh Kavanagh puts Blackrock well back into it now. And so after 7 minutes of the second half, it's Blackrock 7, Belvedere 8. So early superiority really cancelled out there as Moore gets us underway, and Ruairi Gough takes for Blackrock. Trying to protect it there. It's hard to see who has the ball in all of that. At the end of the day, I think it was Peter McKeever went into touch with it. Well, it had crossed the line, says the touch judge before that. Belvedere supporters don't think so, but it's Blackrock line out. O'Rourke at the front for Blackrock, and then Casey. John Logan robs for Belvedere. The one Brian Connolly. Off the fringe they go. Leyden and Martin together. Moore. And the referee thinks that Blackrock were perhaps offside. It's a chance of a penalty for Belvedere. Up comes Martin. And it's Moore to kick for position, and of course to keep possession by putting Belvedere inside Blackrock's 22. Roche wants to take it quickly, but it'll be the full line. Trevoe O'Rourke, and then Sweeney, and Sweeney trying to his best, and he does to upset the opposite number there, but it looks as if somebody tackled the ball, the player without the ball. In goes Travers, laying it back for second phase. And this is Powell. Powell, is he in the corner? What a smashing try. Yes, he's in the corner, there's no doubt about that. The corner flag went over after he crashed in, and that was a magnificent solo try by Conor Powell. A really super try. You've got to hand it to a player who will do all that in his own. He really had the confidence and the courage and the talent and the skill to have a go at that. And when the ball was fed to him on the narrow side by Kevin O'Malley, he had to do it all on his own, and he really took everybody on. Now Shane Moore. I think he's probably kicked better than that, but it doesn't matter, I think, too much. It was a very hopeful kick anyway from the touchline, and Belvedere go back into a 6-point lead with 10 minutes of the second half gone. They now lead Blackrock by 13 points to 7. Neil O'Donovan. It's down to Moore. It's a clever ball upfield. Price. Right down to Martin, and Martin read it well. In a very good position. And the referee is penalising Blackrock for a tackle on the player after he'd kicked the ball. Late tackle, in other words. Michael Price, the culprit. And the penalty from where the ball, opposite the spot where the ball went out of touch. Well, that's not in. Scally. Faced by Travers, but managed to lay it back for his own men. And good play by Peter Glynn. Up goes O'Donovan with the kick. Under it is Fergal Meegan. Well taken by Shane Kelly. Those two Blackrock centres have done Trojan work in defence today, and they've had to do a lot. O'Donovan out to Phelan. Price. McKeever. McKeever trying to get around his man. Phelan in to help. Close to the touchline and out of space. Well, there's not much in it, you know. It's still anybody's match. 12 minutes of the second half gone. Blackrock 7, Belvedere 13. And there's the man who scored Belvedere's second try, Conor Powell from Donnybrook. Smashing solo effort in the corner, no space to move. He did very well. Number 13 beside him, Fearghal Swords, got their first try. 13 minutes now of the second period gone. Blackrock 7, Belvedere 13. Roche to throw. Good rob by Blackrock. Scally, O'Donovan out to Kelly and Phelan. And now they've got Kavanagh trying to find a little gap to release his wing forwards perhaps, but a rob by Belvedere. Belvedere now have trying to retain possession, but the ball went forward and it'll be a Belvedere scrum. Two big second rows, Seamus Sweeney number 4, Robert Casey number 5, the try scorer for Blackrock. Number 11 is Darragh Kavanagh. Kicked a fine conversion to Casey's try. O'Malley waits. It's the clever thing for a scrum half in that situation to do, bringing play outside the 22. "14 minutes of the second half gone. Number 1 for Blackrock is Trevoe O'Rourke. And then it's Robert Casey. And then Seamus McCloskey. It's a good throw for Seamus Sweeney with the headband to take, leaving it for Scally. Back to O'Donovan. O'Donovan to Phelan. Into Kavanagh. Belvedere defence had read that well. And now looking for second phase, Blackrock. It's a bit scrappy, but Scally has it. And now out to Gough. Gough up the middle, over the 22, back again, third phase. Out again to Phelan. This is Price. He's got a man outside him, he wants to release him. Play breaking down, but Blackrock still going forward, and they have it again. Big drive on here by Trevoe O'Rourke. 2 meters out from the Belvedere line. Scally held, penalty against Belvedere. The referee waits for the advantage to Blackrock. Now they're a meter out from the line. Still they go. This time the ball isn't coming out. The referee has to give the penalty because it looked very much as if Blackrock had lost it in there. But no advantage gained to them, so it'll be a Blackrock penalty. Wonder what they're going to do here. This will be a very difficult kick. Scally is trying to make his mind up as he talks to Trevoe O'Rourke and Seamus McCloskey. Between them, they decide that it's worth asking Darragh Kavanagh to have a shot at goal. "36 times Blackrock have won this trophy, and they are of course the holders of the trophy, and it's the 14th time they have played Belvedere in a final, and of those 14 times Blackrock have won it 8 times, Belvedere 4 times, and there was 1 draw. Seven points to 13. Blackrock trail at the moment. This difficult kick. And Darragh Kavanagh to bring them closer. Well, it's looking good, and it is there. What a super kick. A very, very difficult kick. Trying to judge the breeze and the distance and the angle. That's not easy. Darragh Kavanagh puts Blackrock now within 3 points of Belvedere with 16 minutes of the second half gone. It's Blackrock 10, Belvedere 13. Underway again. The ball not quite 10. I think perhaps the referee might have let that go, but he decides he's going to stick to the letter of the law. Back we go. There is an advantage, of course, to the side who doesn't have to kick off. That means that it's Blackrock's put in. Belvedere, the winners of this trophy 13 times. First time in 1913, and believe it or not, the last time they won it was in 1961. On that occasion, Government Minister Ruairi Quinn was in the front row for Blackrock. That's for Donal Martin. Hopped well for him. Well, now, I wondered about that. The referee had a quick look at his touch judge, and they both agreed that Donal Martin was outside the 22. Well, it was a very marginal decision. But the referee's decision is the one that counts, and so it is a line out to Blackrock on the Belvedere 22. Now, two-man line, Sweeney and Casey against Meegan and Ball. It's there for Scally. O'Donovan with the drop goal attempt. That's a great effort. That's a smashing kick. Oh, what a wonderful drop goal. Out of nothing comes a kick like that to level the scores. And after 18 minutes of the second half, Blackrock are back in it. Super kick from the out half. Niall O'Donovan just had a quick look up, took a smashing pass after a great piece of ruck by Blackrock. Lovely pass from his scrum half and captain, and slotted the ball between the posts. Smashing kick. 13 points all. Now it's Belvedere's turn to be a little nervous, and Shane Moore, who's been kicking so well all afternoon, suddenly finds the ball eluding him. And the advantage now swinging Blackrock's way at the moment. This is a time for both sides to have a steady nerve. Scally once again putting in. Out to O'Donovan, and Moore certainly making amends for that kick by that great tackle on his opposite number. There it is for him again. Looking for a little gap, trying to find advantage over the gain line, and Belvedere over the gain line there. And they have it again. Moore now releasing his three quarters. It's an awkward ball. Swords. The earlier penalties being called back, and Belvedere have the advantage of the kick. This is building up into a great finish. Anybody's match now. Here's Kevin O'Malley, and now Donal Martin. Martin putting play into his opponent's 22, and of course it's a Belvedere line out as well. Well, the crowd everywhere now are beginning to raise their voices. Belvedere move, they seem to have. Blackrock trying desperately to defend and stop that drive. And so they do, and it'll be Blackrock's foot in, 5 metres in. 9 minutes left. Level pegging, 13 points apiece. Anybody's match. Good final. Scally. Obviously deciding he was too far out to use either of his defensive kickers, fullback or out half. Line out now to Belvedere with 9 minutes of the match to go. Roche throwing. Looking for Meegan near the back, and they have, now it's Moore. And that's Swords. Swords has got Powell outside him if he wants to use him. And it could be a penalty to Belvedere, Blackrock here, because Swords didn't release, and so it is. He held onto the ball just that fraction too long after being tackled. But here's the Belvedere pack that needs to revive and rejuvenate itself after seeing a big lead disappear. Price is all right. Scally with the relieving penalty. Trying to get distance and the line. As well kept in play. Oh, by Jarladth Travers. And the touch judge has his flag up, and it's right down below me, and I'd have to say, I'd have to disagree with that decision. He wasn't on the line, and he wasn't in touch. So, Travers adjudged to have been in touch, and it's a line out to Blackrock. Glynn throwing. Martin rescuing. Belvedere trying the peel off the maul, and it's Meegan making the drive. Belvedere staying on their feet more. That's Hughes. Desperate defensive midfield tackling now. And Belvedere have once again. Clever little kick through. It's an awkward hopping ball by O'Malley. And there's not much that Darragh Kavanagh could do there except tidy it all up. It brings Belvedere to within 10 metres of the Blackrock line. And Seamus McCloskey needs a little bit of extra attention before taking his place in this line-out. Throw to Belvedere. Colin Roche from Dunboyne, floating it towards the back. Good clean catch by Leyden. Moore out to Hughes. Well stopped by the cover tackling. And it's Belvedere who drive to within 5 metres now. 4 metres. Make it 3 metres. And they seem to have it again. O'Malley looking for Moore with the drop goal, and it's there. Well, it's a day for out halves and drop goals. One to Neil O'Donovan and now one to Shane Moore. And Moore will be absolutely delighted with that. I think he'll feel that that has, in every respect, redeemed those 2 slight flop kicks on the restart a little earlier in the match. And it gives Belvedere the lead once again with less than 5 minutes to go. A few boys getting cramps now as they come to the end of this long, tiring match for them. They're all under 15, of course. And even though they play 30 minutes, it's enough on this big pitch here at headquarters. Fitting for an occasion such as the Junior Cup final. Blackrock now, have they got anything left for a last charge in these last couple of minutes? Out to O'Donovan, all the way out to Kelly. And Darragh Kavanagh drops it behind him. Big hack on. It's Hughes chasing, down goes Price. Hughes onto him first. Blackrock doing their best to try to get behind the player, but obviously Belvedere going forward, give it to Powell. Powell faced by Kavanagh. And this time, Kavanagh gets his man and pushes him into touch. 2 good players, these wingers, on opposite sides. Colin Powell for Belvedere and Darragh Kavanagh for Blackrock. Very involved in the GAA in Wicklow is Darragh Kavanagh. Nice striker of the ball. Here's Robert Casey, Blackrock's try scorer. O'Donovan It's out to Swords. Price doing his best to retrieve a situation here, but it'll be Belvedere's scrum for the knock-on. Two minutes to go. Belvedere in front. Belvedere on the attack. Well, that was nearly robbed there by Peter Glynn. Quick retrieve. O'Malley looking for a gap himself. As it comes to O'Reilly. Blackrock desperately defending their line at this stage as the cheers and the songs begin to go up from the stand from Blackrock to urge on their side for one last effort. One minute of normal time left. 16-13, Belvedere lead Blackrock. Ciaran Scally trying to release his right winger, Padraig McKeever. Has to get it upfield somewhere. Donal Martin. He's had a good game at fullback, solid and secure, kicking well. And as soon as I say that, of course, he puts it out on the full. Well, that's the first time he's had a loose kick all day. There's 30 seconds of normal time left. Just 3 points in it, one little score. Belvedere looking for their first win since 1961. Last time they were in the final was 1979. And Blackrock trying to retain the trophy. Of course, they won last year. O'Donovan out to Phelan. Price, once again, Price taken down in midfield. And a penalty against Blackrock for not releasing after the tackle. Difficult situation that, with 2 or 3 players around you to release after the tackle. And a little friendly tap on the back from Shane Kelly to Michael Price. And I'm sure every one of those Belvedere boys are asking the referee how long to go, and I'm sure he's told them it's now an injury time. Anxious moments all round, and there's the score. Blackrock 13, Belvedere 16. We're in injury time now, and time will be played at the referee's discretion. Moore finding touch and keeping possession. A minute of injury time played now. Roche with the throw. Taken by Logan. It's there again for O'Malley. Well spotted that time by Ruairi Gough. They must be in touch. Line out to Blackrock. All eyes on the referee at this stage because he's the only one who knows how much time he's going to play. We've had now almost 2 minutes. The whole of Belvedere wanting to blow the whistle for the last time. Taken again by Casey. Robbed by O'Rourke. Scally. Anything that might get the ball downfield and put them into an attacking position at this stage. Martin, once again, calm, cool, and reads it and puts it out of play. Anxious glances from both teams to the referee, but he seems to go to play on a bit more. We've had a couple of stoppages, of course. Thrown by Peter Glynn. Not straight, scrum to Belvedere. Well, there are all sorts of whistles blowing all over Lansdowne Road at the moment. Belvedere supporters who want the match to be finished. O'Malley. Up it goes, Price is under it. Taken by Powell and by O'Malley. And the whole of Blackrock, of course, were upfield there. It puts Belvedere in a very good attacking position. That's a super drive. Great defensive work, though, by Darragh Kavanagh. Now Scally trying to lead by example. It's a high tackle. Belvedere drive on through Seamus Sweeney, and still they drive on. Peter Glynn keep going. It'll be a penalty to Blackrock if it comes their way, but instead it's out to O'Donovan. That's all the way over to McKeever from Kelly. desperate defence by Belvedere, who seek to keep them out. The advantage now has been played. The Blackrock scrum. But still the play goes on. And referee saw that Belvedere were not staying on their feet in there. And I think Scally will have to run this penalty. We've now had at least 3 minutes of injury time, and he's going to... Oh, well, isn't this an interesting situation? He has asked Darragh Kavanagh to hit at goal, and I think he's been told from the touchline to actually take a quick penalty, but he's wasting time here. Now they're going to run it at last. O'Donovan. This is McKeever. Great tackle by the Belvedere centres, Swords and Hughes. Blackrock drive on. It's terrific play, you know, by these youngsters. They've all done superbly. Scally once again out to McCloskey this time, trying to make the charge. Belvedere not staying on their feet there. Scally again. O'Donovan out to Glynn, releasing Price. And Price is bundled into touch, and it's over now. There's the final whistle, and Belvedere win the Junior Cup for the 14th time in their history, and the first time since 1961 in a superb final. A match full of interest, full of excitement, and full of terrific commitment from both players. Wonderful scores, a match that both sides can be proud of. It's Belvedere's day. They win by 16 points to 13.
Darragh Kavanagh, Nial Byrne, Trevoe O'Rourke, Peter Glynn, Seamus McCloskey, Seamus Sweeney, Robert Casey, Ruairi Gough, Cormac Condon, Andrew Brown, Paddy Ball, Ryan O'Driscoll, David Halpin, Nial Byrne, Geoff McEvoy, Neil Cochran, Ross Duffy, Captain Ciaran Scally. Donal Martin, Conor Powell, Fearghal Swords, Hughes, Rourke, Connolly, Connolly, Colm Roche, Jarladth Travers, Paddy Ball, Fergal Meegan, Donal Martin, Logan, Magee, Coolen, Dunne, Moyles, Colin Travers, Captain Ciaran Leyden. Each and everybody gave them 100% from beginning to end. competition improved, this team improved. With injuries to Shane Moyles, Donal Martin, Fearghal Swords, things look pretty grim. The bottom of these veterans on that second goal on. I'd like to thank the IRF and sponsors AIB for this superb competition, the colleague competitive competition. Thank you very much. I'd also like to cheers.